We're talking about this moving to the southeast at about 15 miles per hour. So moving toward the Andover area, moving toward Elk River Junction. And again, if you are in the path of this storm, this is a very powerful and dangerous situation, something that you should pay close attention to. Even as it is moving slowly, it still has the capability of producing great damage. And not only that, these storms are also producing some very large hail and damaging winds along with heavy rainfall, and that's why we're seeing that flash flood warning currently in effect.
Yes, absolutely. Another thing to note here too, as things are kind of unraveling here, there will be a watch being issued very soon, if not already. It may have just come out, but nonetheless, we have a tornado warning. If you're just joining us here, we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground. Look at how slow this is moving. That's not good, especially if we have a tornado on the ground here. Right now, we're pinning it just outside of Preston near the Miles area. This is heading to the southeast. This is a dangerous situation if you do live in this box here. We've got some streets laid out there. It is going to clip right now Andover. You're not technically in the warning, or you're just kind of on the edge there. Being this is such a slow mover, it's not your typical big warning that we typically see around here, a much smaller one. But if you're in Miles, you need to be taking your immediate tornado precautions. That's get to the center part of your house, a closet or bathroom, and put as many walls between you and the outside as you can. If you have a basement, best place to go. You can always take your phone with you and download the QC Weather app, or go to our news app where we are streaming our coverage, so you don't have to be without knowing what's going on here. But if you're Miles right now, take shelter right now. This is the area right over top of 17th Street. And being that this is such a slow mover, we can get a good pin on where this is. This is that hook. So we talk about those hook echoes. You can see this. This is your hail core back here, the rain and all that. And then right there is where we're seeing that circulation. It has been at times kind of shrouded in rain from some of the visuals we see. And just ask the booth if we can get that picture up that I put in a Slack there, if we could see that, kind of give an idea of what we're looking at here. But we continue with a observed tornado, as you can see there. Observed tornado warning here for portions of Jackson and Clinton County. This does include the Miles area. Miles, you need to be in your shelter now. Also down towards Andover. The other thing too, a couple other hazards. Flash flooding. We got that flash flood warning that's issued for this because it's such a slow moving storm. A lot of lightning and the hail as well. So so let's see. What is it? Could you repeat that again?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know we've got an update. Confirmed tornado located over Miles, 15 miles north of Clinton, moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. Now, weather spotters did confirm this tornado, and it has the potential to do great damage. We're talking flying debris, mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed, damage to roofs, windows, vehicles will occur, tree damage is absolutely likely. And the tornado headed toward Miles, or right over Miles right now, could move through Andover, Bryant, Teeds Grove, and can't miss Elkton. Again, all of this moving very slowly, but still capable of producing great damage. Yeah,
that's the thing, unfortunately, here is if it is over top of you, it's not going to be moving very much. These aren't your they're more of your typical type tornadoes that we see. They're not your strong, violent tornadoes. Nonetheless, a tornado is a tornado. You need to be in your shelters right now. If you're just joining us here, we've got a tornado warning for portions of Clinton and Jackson County with a confirmed tornado at this time over top of Miles. So if you're just outside of Preston in Miles and northern portions, this northern section here of Clinton County from Andover up towards here the border area and everywhere in between, especially the Miles area, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. If we can, Teresa, let's quickly zoom out because I do think we got another storm to watch. And I'm noticing this right here. There is no warning with it, but just to the south of Clinton, southeast of Clinton there, it looks like we've got some new development. This is unfortunately going to be what we see, folks, is right conditions, very volatile environment, kind of been the case, what we've been seeing every day. We've got the spark, and we've got storms firing up here. All these storms that are firing here along and north of I-80 will have the potential to be severe. The spin-up tornadoes are going to be a concern, damaging winds, large hail, lots of lightning, heavy rainfall, the whole 9 yards here. This could be a pretty bumpy night. That's why we've got that first alert day in place. place, as well as a new watch that I think was just issued here recently. But we continue now. The most pressing matter is this tornado warning that we have for portions of Clinton and Jackson County, with what the Weather Service is saying a confirmed tornado at this time over over Miles, just east of Preston. So very dangerous storm. There's a new warning now for that storm we were just talking about. Severe thunderstorm warning just got issued for that. So that's probably going to include the Clinton area. Yeah, look at that blossoming up there. There's Clinton right there. So Clinton just to your north. I wouldn't be surprised the way this storm is setting up here if we're starting to already see some type of circulation there on the back end of that here, northwest of Clinton, south of Andover. The way that's hooking, that's kind of showing some signs that there could be some circulation. I bet there's probably a tornado possible tag on that. But nonetheless, lots of lightning, heavy rainfall, maybe some hail as well within this storm. So Clinton over towards Garden Plain here, getting into portions of Carroll County, Thompson. So 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail at this time for Carroll, Clinton, Whiteside counties. That warning is in effect until 6 p.m. But the thing to note is these are very slow-moving storms, 15 miles an hour. So they're going to be sitting on top of you for quite some time. Flash flooding is going to be certainly a concern. Back to our tornado. We've got a tornado on the ground right now. If you're just joining us or streaming us right now, again, if you need to take shelter, head to your basement, download the QC Weather app, get the KWQC News app. And we're streaming on social media platforms as well. So as you head to the basement or head to your shelter, you can keep us in touch and we'll get you through this. But if you're in the Miles area right now, down towards Andover, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. Very concerned with that storm to the south too, but right there, you see that hook that formed just to the east of Preston. It kind of curled around there. That was our tornado. We had confirmation of it. And if we can pop that picture up, let's get that up as soon as we can here. But right over top of Miles at this time. If you're in Miles, hopefully you've been heeding our warnings and taking shelter. But that is over top of you. Sterling, that might be a township there, but this is in the Iowa side. So over there too as well. The tornadic part will be to your southwest, but hail and heavy rainfall certainly going to be a situation there that you're going to deal with. Andover, we're watching this to your northwest here. That could be a concern for you here as we head into probably the next 20-30 minutes or so, because again, it's such a slow mover. Back down here, let's go into Clinton County real quick here, and let's kind of dive into that, because kind of a couple areas here that I'm noticing maybe some circulation starting to form. These are popping up very quickly. This particular thing, Teresa, if we animate that, I'm sure. Okay. I'm sure it's going to show. Yep. So a blip on the radar, and so let's check that time here. Okay. So okay, about 5 o'clock, and now it's 5:25. In 25 minutes, it went from a little rain shower to a strong to severe thunderstorm. So right now, north of I-80 especially, this is all starting to really unfold here with some severe weather. So Clinton, you should shelter now. Move indoors. This isn't the worst of it's to your northeast at this time, but the way these are kind of moving, you might see some of that kind of build back. But update here, we continue with that observed tornado tag. So every time you see that flash on and off there, that's some sort of update. Continuing here near the Miles area, it does look like it's weakening some, which is great news there, but we don't have that, you saw right there, that curve, that hook. That's a good indication that we have a circulation, and we had confirmation of that. But if you're near Miles and in Miles, you need to continue with your tornado precautions. But right now, it does look like it's weakening some, so good news there. But Savannah, you're into some very heavy rainfall right now, lots of lightning, and that's why we've got that flash flood warning, which is another concern. Very dangerous storms here, as not only we got that report of a confirmed tornado in the Miles area, we're also watching the potential for very heavy rainfall, torrential downpours. You won't be able to see anything. And hail, lightning, the whole 9 yards there. New severe thunderstorm warning out to the west. So again, this is starting to happen really quickly here, folks. This is really unfolding pretty fast. And with this one, this is going to be for Cedar, Clinton, Johnson, Jones, and Lynn County, 60-mile-an-hour winds. And we've got that tornado possible tag. So probably a good indication that within this line, we've got pockets of circulation here and maybe some spin going on. So a lot of spotters out there with these storms. That's the good news. They're keeping a close eye on this. So right now, this severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30 for, once again, Cedar, Clinton, Johnson, Jones, and Lynn County. Those are outside the viewing area. But from Tipton up to the Clarence, Iowa area, Bennett, Wheatland, over here towards DeWitt, we have those areas. That is where we are watching this line of activity starting to really pop off here, Teresa.
Yeah, we are looking at this complex of storms currently making way to the east and southeast at about 15 miles per hour. This latest severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Cedar, Clinton, Johnson, and Jones counties until 6:30. We're talking wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. And now a new tornado warning for Jones County, currently in effect until 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead and zoom into that so you can see exactly what's happening here. We have got several warnings out right now for severe weather, but this tornado warning for Jones County is the latest that has just been issued. Let me see if we can get some information on that for you. And,
yeah, we'll see on that one. But yeah, you know, here's the deal. It's really starting to ramp up pretty fast here as we kind of figured would happen, unfortunately. But what we're seeing here is this is a good indication of what's going on here. You can see, look at that. Storm forms, and you get that hooking going on. We're getting tornadoes out of these. We've got a lot of confirmation on tornadoes. This one's radar indicated though, so.
Yeah, and what we're looking at is this tornado radar indicated over Hale, or about 8 miles northeast of Stanwood, and is nearly stationary. Now, what I'm going to ask is that if we can go to Max 2 quickly, and we're going to switch over so that Kyle can pull up his show on Max 1. We are on Max 2 right now?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you can see multiple warnings, not only for tornadoes, all of that tornadic activity starting to take place, but also severe thunderstorms. And because of these slow moving storms, we are talking about flash flood warnings currently in effect for parts of Clinton, Cedar, and, or actually that's Clinton, Jackson, and also Carroll counties. Again, we expect to see quite a bit happening here over the course of the next several hours, as these storms took very little time to blossom up, and they are certainly causing some real problems. We've even had a confirmed tornado on the ground for the tornado warning for Clinton and Jackson counties. So you see just how volatile this situation is. I'm going to zoom out so you can see a long line of storms already moving through our viewing area, but look off to the west. We're already seeing a redevelopment, backbuilding of some of these storms off to the west, and they look to be holding together long enough so that they will move into our viewing area. So that's something that you're definitely going to want to pay attention to. It looks like these storms are headed toward the Iowa City area, and if you are in that area, you're definitely going to want to prepare and take shelter. We've also got a new tornado warning for Lynn County. This technically outside of our viewing area, but not out of the question that it could be extended further east into our viewing area. So certainly something to pay attention to and look at very carefully. And remember, have several ways to get information about these storms as they continue working their way to the east. Again, we're looking at our latest tornado warning for Jones County until 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and if we can hop back over to Max 1 on the chroma key here, guys. I want to show kind of what we're watching. We're not getting the great, these aren't, one thing to mention too, these aren't these large devastating tornadoes that we were seeing in Iowa a month ago. It's not what we're seeing today. We're seeing more of a brief spin-up type tornado. Nonetheless, you want to take these seriously. They're a little bit harder to pick up on radar. So we've got the velocity, which shows which way the wind is moving inside the storm. Yeah, we're seeing some broad circulation, which some has been translating into tornadoes on the ground. And we've got some of that here to the south and east of Preston right now. In this vicinity here, just outside of Miles, that's where we're watching that report, at least, that we had a tornado on the ground. And whenever we have that picture up, guys, we'll take it out. Southwest Thompson, though, with this severe thunderstorm warning that's in place for Clinton County here, also portions of Carroll County and Whiteside County, I am noticing a little bit of circulation. I would not be surprised if we do see a tornado warning issue with that. Nonetheless, right now it is a severe thunderstorm warning with hail up to the size of quarters. Heavy rainfall, that's a big thing. Lots of lightning and maybe some 60-mile-an-hour winds. But just to the west of Thompson here, I'm really concerned about that here southeast of Charlotte as well. And right now what we can do is we'll wipe off, we can clear that out. and take a wide view. We'll go kind of to the market there, take the DMA camera, and we can see what we got going on because we've got a lot of warnings popping up here pretty fast. And that is kind of how these like to roll here. But we got that tornado warning, a couple tornado warnings now. Let's see here out for Lynn County, just outside the viewing area here. But this big severe thunderstorm warning is in place here from out to the west here into Cedar County, kind of down the pike here of I-80. Clear indication there that we've got some circulation going on there as that's going to be moving into Cedar County. These are smaller warnings on these tornado warnings because these storms are moving so slow, 15 miles an hour. Usually the storms we see around here are booking at anywhere from 40 to 50 at sometimes 60 miles an hour. These are not. These are going to sit over top of you. So if you're unfortunately in those hail cores and the heavy rainfall, it's going to be on top of you for some time. That's not a good situation with the continued flood concerns, especially up in these areas here. Noticing a strengthening hail core there too here in northwestern Cedar County. So if you're in Tipton, up towards over towards the Wheatland area, Stanwood as well, you need to be taking your shelter now, and we have to watch for that potential, maybe some circulation as well. So northwestern portions of Cedar County, right there. I got to watch that here too, east of the Solon area. We might be seeing some additional rotation starting to form there. But let's take a look at the picture. This is the tornado that we saw just a few minutes ago. This did had made contact with the ground at a couple points, but you can see that funnel there. See how it is starting to kind of shroud itself in rainfall? That's not good because you can lose visual pretty easily. But there it is. It was making contact with the ground at one point here. This is near the Preston area. That's what prompted that tornado warning and that observed tornado tag. We had several spotters that were on this, but that is that. Not your typical look for a supercell around here. It is definitely a strong storm, but weak wall cloud there. And there's that funnel that was at points at least making contact with the ground. We've not heard any reports at this point of any damage from that, but hey, a tornado can certainly do damage, so I'm sure we will see some stuff that will kind of get some reports here over time on that. But continue to watch that. Also, this tornado warning here for Jones County. That's going to be an issue here eventually, maybe for Cedar County. We'll be watching that very closely. We'll take a look, we'll back things out here and take a look and I could take it real quick, Teresa. Thank you. And looks like that tornado warning was, it did expire. So now the concern is, we'll kind of go back over here if you're just joining us here, kind of give you an update of what we're seeing here. We've got several warnings. We had that tornado that was confirmed, and we've just showed pictures of that as it made its way through the Preston and Miles area. We're working to get reports if we had any damage from that. We've got a flash flood warning in effect here up to the north. This includes the Savannah area over towards Preston from the slow moving storm Lanark, kind of along the 52 corridor. 67 as well is seeing this very heavy thunderstorm. We got this warning here for Clinton County. This includes Clinton. I'm concerned about this storm right over top of Clinton, as it looks like we might be seeing some circulation renewed there a little bit. It's rather weak, but has been the situation with these. They have not been the strongest rotation that we see, but they certainly have been making it to the ground, and that's why we've got these tornado warnings, or as you see with this particular storm, we've got a tornado possible tag. This severe thunderstorm warning continues until 6 o'clock with 60-mile-an-hour winds and hail the size maybe up to an inch. Let's put a path on this. Again, folks, very slow moving storm. So, but if you're in the Clinton area, I would take your tornado precautions right now because I am concerned about that. But here we are, Clinton, about 5:30 here. Well, it's pretty much there right now. If you're in Clinton, Fulton here in a couple minutes as well. Eventually over in towards you got Morrison, Rockwood State Park there. Eventually Morrison about 5:45. So dangerous storm with the potential of 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail, and also watching. Got to keep an eye on that. We've got some circulation being noted there. We'll zoom in here, kind of get you some other communities that are in the immediate threat here. Thompson, it's just outside of, or just to your southwest, the core of the strongest of the storm. But Clinton, it's right over top of town right now, especially that area, or maybe just on the north side of town. But the area that I'm concerned with that might have a little circulation going on there is, we'll particular right here. Let's take a look at this video that we've got. Yeah, this is outside of Wheatland, and in Clinton County here. So you can see very ominous skies there, and that little circulation right there, actually, that tells the story, I would say, right there, right? We look here, it's not these aren't the strongest tornadoes, but there's your little spin in the atmosphere, enough to get a funnel to drop there. And look at that, a little small funnel there. That's near Wheatland. And so yeah, that is what we're seeing right now, folks. So we continue with the severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Clinton and also Cedar County. That's one warning. We'll go back to, here we are in radar, thank you. And then this particular area here in the Clinton area specifically, I'm concerned about that on the north side of Clinton here. Again, we've got right now a severe thunderstorm warning for Carroll, Clinton, Whiteside counties, but noticing some circulation right on top of town. This flash flood warning in place as we've had a lot of really heavy rainfall up here going on, and so that has prompted a flash flood warning. We got some other video to show here right now of what viewers are sending us in. We appreciate those reports from you guys, and of course you can send it straight to 6. There's a funnel, and as we mentioned here, this is the problem with these, is here's your rain core. You don't really see it until you get up close to it, but right there is where that funnel is. It's a small funnel, it's a weak one, maybe a tornado on the ground, but you're not going to see it until it's on top of you. So don't go chasing these things. I know it's tempting, right? But these are going to be completely wrapped in rain, not the most visually appealing thing, but you don't want to get caught in one, that's for sure. But we appreciate you sending those in. Again, you can send them anything straight to 6, any reports you have. If you're seeing anything at your home or wherever you're at right now, and pictures certainly are welcome. We appreciate those reports. Right now, if you're just joining us, we've got this massive area of development here to the north of the I-80 corridor, and even you could probably say here a couple miles to the north of the I-80 corridor is where this starts. But between Highway 20, Highway 30 right now, seeing some significant activity, even severe at times. We've had a couple tornadoes as well. Just at the 5:30 mark there, we dropped that tornado warning that was in place. With that confirmed tornado, we showed visuals of that as well. That was over the Miles area. But right now, most immediate threat is if you're in the Clinton area, continue with your precautions. Move indoors, away from windows. Not a bad idea to treat it like a tornado warning. There's a tornado possible tag with that warning until 6 o'clock there for Clinton County. Also portions of Carroll and Whiteside counties until 6 o'clock. 60-mile-an-hour winds and up to quarter-sized hail possible with that. Lots of lightning too. These are, with all the heat and humidity out there, these are very heavy lightning producers, and that is certainly a threat in itself. Here's the problem, and if we can, if I can have those, the guys in the control, if we throw sky view up, let's show you this. This is what we got to watch for. If you're here in the metro, you're looking up saying, look at that sunshine outside right now. You don't see anything. Here we are looking to the north, so you can see us, we got blue skies here, but you look to the north and to the west here, we got those storm clouds. If we were to swing this camera more to the south, it's going to be a completely different view. So over the next several hours, we're going to see these storms continue to sag to the south. How strong they are is still kind of a question, but there's enough heat out there right now. Temperatures right now, we'll look at yeah, we're still in the 90s, folks. So hey, guess what's going to happen here? These have plenty of fuel for them to keep going, so that's going to be our concern. We'll probably continue with some severe thunderstorm warnings, maybe some tornado warnings, but new concern that I would say too, we got to watch, continue, again, it's Clinton area, continue to watch maybe a little circulation there, but what's going to happen now, I guarantee here in maybe the next 20 minutes or so, we'll probably see a flash flood warning issued for this portion of the storm here from Thompson to Morrison over towards Clinton. That area, that is a lot of rain that is falling right now, and one thing we could do too, and I think, Teresa, I think we've got maybe a product on this that we could show the rainfall. I don't remember where, where it's, there we go. So what we can show here is how much rain has fallen in the last, this is going to go 3 hours, so we'll give it a second to load there. But
we've already gotten reports of anywhere from 1 to as much as 3 inches of rainfall for that warned area. So yeah,
so what I'll do here is we'll poke around here and see what we've got. But again, this is going to be a concern, and now we're already starting to see some of those yellows pop up. But if we look here, okay, you got 1.5 inches already, and that's probably delayed quite a bit. So that in such a short amount of time, that could cause flash flooding, which you don't want to be driving into flooded waters, flooded roadways rather. If water's over the roadway, turn around. The old saying, turn around, don't drown. That's going to be a concern here too. So we'll be watching that. We'll go back to the radar and see if we've got any updates. Okay. And if not, what we'll do here is, let's see here, kind of get an update, and we'll back things up if we want to go. Yeah, there we go. Awesome, awesome. Right now, we got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings. We'll probably take it back to programming here since we have no active tornado warnings at this time, and regroup for the 6 o'clock show. But so we got this flash flood warning in effect here, up here towards Savannah. This is parts of Dubuque County, Jackson County. Also into, Jackson County and Carroll County. That area, Mount Carroll, is included under that. We saw some torrential rainfall that fell with that storm. We had reports of a tornado over Miles that went through the Miles area. We're working to get reports on that. We got crews on that, and we'll bring more information if we hear any of any damage. We did see visual of it and shared some pictures of that. Currently, severe thunderstorm warning. The most significant storm at this point in the viewing area is going to be the storm in Clinton. Continue with your tornado precautions. Again, we're not under a tornado warning in the Clinton area, but noticing some circulation there. But we continue with that severe thunderstorm warning. They're noting that maybe there could be a tornado possible, but haven't quite got there yet. So at this point, we've got that, keeping it as a severe thunderstorm warning, but still, you want to take it serious, move indoors, away from windows. Lots of lightning there, but that's the one thing too, you can really see where all that lightning is there, right? Just to the north of Clinton, showing you that there's a really strong core to that storm. So, and some hail as well. Eventually here, Milledgeville and Sterling, get ready. This will be heading to you within the next probably hour or so. Again, very slow moving storms here nonetheless. These are moving at like 15 miles an hour, so that's not good. I'm gonna slide the picture here and we'll go back to the west. And we've got the western portion of Clinton County here, including the DeWitt area, northwestern parts of Clinton County. We're gonna have to watch this very closely because we have a tornado warning just outside of the viewing area here, north of Cedar County. But if you're in Tipton, Clarence, get ready for a nasty storm that's gonna be moving through. Severe thunderstorm warning in place till 6:30 there. Hail, damaging winds possibility. Also, they're noting that there could be a tornado possible with this as well. So we're gonna watch that very closely. We'll go ahead and take this. We got a funnel cloud outside of Cedar Rapids. So yeah, you can see that there. As I mentioned, these aren't the most impressive, these aren't the tornadoes that we were seeing a month ago in places like Greenville and Iowa and central Iowa. That's not what we're seeing today. We're seeing brief spin-up tornadoes. Nonetheless, you want to take it seriously, you want to move indoors and take your tornado precautions. But right there, see that thin little funnel there, a little bit of a base. Being that they're so small, it is very difficult to pick up on radar. So we're really, a lot of these reports have been actual confirmed tornado reports, and that's why you're seeing those, when they do pop up, you see that bar turn pink there. But good stuff there. Again, thank you so much to everybody for sending in those pictures. We certainly appreciate that. But so again, to recap here, we've got storms really firing up here. We had that couple tornado warnings that we were talking about at this time. We'll go through it one more time, then we'll take it back to programming. Clinton County here, right over top of Clinton, heavy thunderstorm there, severe thunderstorm there. Moving into Whiteside County, the most significant portion of it is right now along the Carroll-Whiteside County border. We've got that, and Teresa Bryant zooming in there, but going to continue to watch this. Lots of lightning right over top of the river there, and probably a lot of heavy rainfall. I'm sure we'll see a flash flood warning issued there momentarily. And to the west here, we've got that severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30. This one is going to be for the DeWitt area over into the northern, really the northern 3/4 of Cedar County, to include Tipton and Clarence. And we're watching where we had a circulation here just outside of the Solon area north of Clarence. So we'll continue to watch that. If that does make its way into Cedar County, we will certainly jump in and let you know. So that's it for right now. Again, severe thunderstorm warnings. We have no active tornado warnings at this time. But if you're north of I-80 at this point, you want to stay weather aware over the next several hours, as we've got all these severe thunderstorms that we'll be tracking. So we'll continue to keep you updated. We'll take it back to programming and be back with more at your TV6 News at 6.
Ground is moving for me. Y'all seeing this? Wow. And I don't even have to activate anything. Ooh, automatic sashimi.
Earn cash back that automatically adjusts to how you spend with the City Custom Cash Card.
When dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation might be to blame. Over-the-counter eye drops can provide temporary relief. Zydra can provide lasting relief. It targets inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. Zydra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. Don't use if you're allergic to Zydra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation. Why wait? Ask your doctor about a 90-day prescription and pay as little as $0. Zydra.
Upon approaching the 18th green, Issa Tanaka silently proclaimed, "My brother may think he's a better golfer, a more witty conversationalist. He may think he's superior, but he's not. Because I switched to consumer cellular for the same coverage for up to half the cost. He may have mom's dimples, but I